this being more of a skill day for guys to come in and work on stuff, how maybe good is a day to have a day like that when you're coming off the stretch the guys have had and being able to sort of work on individual stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good. Anytime these guys can put time into their own craft, into their game, it's kind of whole part with all that stuff. When they're playing good and they're making plays, then we got to piece it together with a whole. And so today was a good day.
How much work was Kevin and Brad able to do literally on the court today?
Yeah, they had a good day on the court. I would say, I mean, their practice was maybe configured a little bit differently, but they had full participants, did everything, got some 3-on-3, so making that progression, checking those boxes, and feel really good about where they are.
Just looking at a 5-on-5 seems to be their final frontier. Is that what you guys are looking at as well with those?
Yeah, no, I think we'll see how they feel coming out of today. The hope, the plan is they'll play some 5-on-5 on Sunday, and continue to make that progression, and hopefully be available for Tuesday against the Lakers.
When you're missing guys like KD and Brad, there's a lot of focus on what you're missing offensively, but defensively, where do you feel like you've kind of missed them out there?
Yeah, I think Kevin's length is something that's probably not talked about enough, is maybe underappreciated, or he's just such a great offensive player. I think sometimes people forget what the impact he has defensively, blocking shots, deflections, rebounding, just everything. He's a voice on our defense, so certainly miss him.
And when you look at defensively these last couple of games, where do you feel, or a couple of areas you guys can tighten things up?
Yeah, I think the transition defense is what we kind of talked about the other night. I think it's still something that it always starts there. We got to be good in transition. I think the pride, the ability to guard the ball, taking that, challenge individually, we got to be better. Are probably the two things that stand out to me.
With this extended time between games, Grayson called it kind of a mini training camp. What are you hoping to get accomplished besides getting some of the physical wear and tear taken care of?
Yeah, I think just, getting sharper, maybe growing, how we get into things, but then the execution when we're in them, the decision making and execution, out of situations that just, come up in every NBA game, and guys making reads and decisions, being aggressive in certain situations that we're just seeing kind of repeatedly. So it's good to kind of talk about it, kind of drill it, work on it, and then, we'll be prepared for the game.
You had mentioned wanting to improve on the offensive boards, and you guys have done that over this last handful of games. How do you feel that your focus on that front has been?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think Ryan has grown. Especially the last 2-3 games. I think understanding how he can change the game there, but just everybody. I think there's been more effort. Crashing from different places and making things happen. It's been good.
What's kind of the balance there between wanting to be a little more aggressive there, but also, like you said, wanting to shore up your transition?
Yeah, no, I mean that's the great challenge of being a good offensive rebounding team. You got to work. It's got to be something that takes maximum effort, great effort. And I think some of the transition clips, it hasn't necessarily been because we're trying to go to the offensive boards. If that were the case, you kind of say I understand it, but if we're not crashing and making kind of great effort there, and then we're not making great effort in transition, then that's those are the possessions we got to take away.
Have you had the reevaluation for Kevin yet, or
on his calf?
Yeah.
No, he did everything today. He was great. He and Brad were basically on the same schedule, so we're really positive on Kevin.